Welcome back in, second half of round 8 of the CTAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Point Chevalier taking on Glenora, and it is the hosts who take a 16-12 lead into the break and will have first use of the football in the second half. A really good first half, certainly a physical first half, and Troy Hardy, from my point of view, probably the most physical match we've covered so far, just in terms of pure collisions in the middle.
Yeah, and the contact hasn't been missing. It's been extremely hard. So we get ready now for the Pirates to have another big, strong settler, and they're carrying it up. All good. So we're back. So the Pirates will be looking to start this one quick and hard and fast. And I think they've done so.
Break
nice,
on
clean
down
break.
the left-hand side now. Weaving and looking for an opportunity there was Cody or Puripuki Tapu. Quick play the ball as well. Bo Courts now, they're on front football. Kick goes in behind, hits the upright, and Wyatt Rangi does super well to recover. Oh, those are the ones you dread as a fullback. It's that sort of bounce, but nicely done there in the end by Wyatt Rangi. Ueli. Torre will kick from outside and will go to Bo Courts on the full. Bo Courts with time to just look up and survey his options and decides the best is to go wide to Oli Tomavavi, and with good reason as well. It's a good return there from Oli Tomavavi. Sipley. Tavita. And links with Lewis Susumia. We've seen little from so far. Most of the play going down the opposite side of the field to Lewis thus far in the game. Val McGreal, penalty point Chev. We've got another Glenora player down as well.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Trainers are on.
So another head knock, I'm guessing there. I didn't quite catch it. I sort of looked away to look at the play, but medical staff onto the field will get a look at it here to see what's happened. And now we'll catch the back end of it there.
Yeah, point player showing concern there. Here we go. So I went for the quick play of the ball.
Oh,
head's in the way. Yeah. On the first one. I think I might have gone too far back. Here we go. The first player was a little. The first tackle was a little bit unorthodox. Everything looks so more dramatic high.
Yeah,
too,
you're right.
Slow-mo. So not sure what happened there.
Yeah, it's hard to pick it up, but it's Edwin Amituanai who is down injured and receiving some attention on the ground. So let's hope he's okay. In the meantime, we'll just pan off there while that's being dealt with, and I'll talk to a few results from around the grounds. And at half-time at Bay Roskill, it is 20 points all. Bay Roskill Otahu, so Bay Roskill well and truly in the fight there. Mount Albert, they lead 28-0 over the Marist Saints. And from the second division, our one result that we've got in so far, the Manureo Marlins up 24-6 over the Pukaranga Jaguars.
Is that Bay Roskill game, is that at home for the Vikings?
It is, yep, Blockhouse Bay Reserve. So, yeah, no doubt the home fans will be loving that one as Bay Roskill foot it with a finals-bound side, or at least right now looking finals-bound, the Otahu Leopards. So in the background, Amituanai has left the field with that head knock, and we're assuming it's a head knock, certainly looks that way. So let's hope all is well there, and we prepare to get back underway.
As we get ready for the restart here, big shout out to SAS Sporting Apparel, major sponsor of the SAS Fox Memorial. And time back on. Pirates settle to the middle.
Tavita to Levaha Pulu. Pulu crabbing across field. Utah Yoka up and gets a little bit of help. Chase Bernard arriving late to bring them down. 5 gone in the second half. The Pirates looking to extend this 16-12 lead. They come back in field and Patrick Sipley gets upended. That sentence won't be uttered too many times. Tavita is the dummy half, gets on a quick play of the ball. Caleb Ueli up to it though, the offload then comes out. And fortuitously bounces back into the hands of Point Chevalier. It's still going to be the last though. Tavita goes across field, links with Opori Pukitapu. Dribbles a kick in behind, Waiarangi wishing it did. And gets that wish in the end and well, that didn't look good. Perhaps a wrist injury there for the Point Chevalier player. Waiarangi ended up falling on top of him. There was nothing intentional in it. Fairly shallow in goals here.
It looks like he's walking it off. It was pretty close to the, as you said, short in goals. Not much room for error down the back there.
So they're going to rule that a Glenora player has played at this, so drop out to come. 6 more coming here for the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates. 46.5 gone. It is the hosts who lead 16-12 with another set of 6 coming up. Court's on hand to retrieve it. I think he was looking for a prop initially and then decided to carry it back himself. Tavita to Paseni. Paseni hard at the line. Zach Tippins on hand to help bring him down with some assistance. Levaha Pulu. That footwork causing so many issues for defenders. Tavita, Pifairangi goes short at the line. Brings in Nuval McGreal. Back towards the middle they come now, the Pirates. Pulu taken down in front of the SAS uprights. Last play coming up now for Point Chev. Opuri Pukitapu, the footwork, the swerve, and over. Cody Opuri Pukitapu, too good on the feet that time. Made the Glenora defence look amateur at times there, and through he goes. Point Chevalier extend the lead. It's 18-12, kick to come.
And as we catch the back end of this SAS Sporting replay here, the whole thing shifting to the left. All the momentum, and then nice little jink there, and just caught everybody heading that way, cutting them back inside and really going against the grain. Found a nice little path all the way through, 4 points next to the SAS upright.
So 20 points to 12, I should have said, sorry, not 18. So kick to come, and you would think he'll nail this one. Really good crowd in today here at Walker Park. Most of the sideline filled with fans.
So just listen to a little bit of the Pirates team chat out the back there. And big shout out to a few of the Pirates overseas in Australia, around the Gold Coast, Sydney. Flags are up.
So Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates lead this one 22-12 over the West Auckland Brick and Block Glenora Bears as we approach the 50th minute, and still well and truly a ball game right now, but Glenora haven't really got going in this second half just yet. Of course, are down a couple of key forwards with Edwin Amituanai and Swape Kavaliku off the field with head knocks.
Yeah, let's hope those boys are okay. Godspeed on the rehab and the recovery, fellas.
So a short one to restart. They go up for it. They look like it was knocked on by Glenora. Tap back, it's Point Chevalier's ball. So worth a try perhaps for the Bears, but no cigar on that occasion. Sipley. Pulu takes them into opposition territory. Sipley again. Been busy in yardage today as always. Pulu. Courts becomes the makeshift dummy half. They'll get on the short side here. And the kick, was it played at? No, it wasn't. So Glenora ball. Mixing it up a little bit that time, Point Chevalier. See Pat Sipley down in back play there. Not sure if that's an injury or just a bit of fatigue. He's played the full game so far, Pat Sipley, so.
It looks like he's slowly strolling in to the scrum to pack in. Good to see the Glenora Bears changing it up at the kickoff there. Went shallow, trying to get the ball back. Here they come now.
Shift early down the short side. 30 off their own line now, Glenora. Chase Bernard. Showed it, but Pat Sipley wasn't buying any of it. Ueli. Oh, huge contact. Illegal contact as it is. It's Afoa that is ruled to have led with the shoulder there. Let's see if we can get a replay of that one as we wait for play to resume. Pat Sipley's down again, so we'll monitor that. But in the meantime, see if we can get a replay of that shot there from Afoa. And in fact, it may have been the second one from Sipley which has been pinged, and not entirely sure there, but Pat Sipley's come out worse for wear.
Well, he's back on his feet.
So Sipley continuing to get some medical attention here as we go back through the previous plays here.
Okay, Glenora getting ready to kick for touch.
So we'll go back to the live action. And the Bears will start this set, 40 off their line. Here comes Yuta Ioka. He straight away makes 9. Fiamani. Tippins. Goes out the back. Ioka. Then shifts play on. This is Phoenix Paiu. Wairangi becomes the dummy half. Bernard. Fakes and then runs himself. And another penalty coming up here for the Glenora Bears. 10-point deficit. There's no question what you do here. Keep the pressure on Zach Tippins, just questioning the call. Bernard charging towards the SAS uprights. Referee Elliott in a great position. Just watching. Tippins. Over the back they go. It's messy. What's the call? Another penalty coming up for the Bears. And time off and a talking to. So back underway. Bernard. Bernard gets knocked back and ball is loose. Well done, Point Chevalier. Pat Sipley. What a tackle that was to force the error with his team up against their own line, defending back-to-back-to-back sets. Pat Sipley comes up with a massive play.
Yeah, that was pretty much a full stop. You know, you're on attack. The next thing you know, you're on your back. The ball's gone. And there was ever time to come up with a power play. That's one of them. Yeah, both teams seem a little bit of rattled here as they're packing for the scrum.
Sam Fapito. Francis Ledger gets in on the yardage work. See, they're pretty bunched right now. Point Chevalier feeling the effects of all that defence they've had to do over the last 5 minutes. Tavita to Michael Key. What a punch through the middle from Michael Key. An Auckland representative a couple of seasons ago. Pulu. It's a little bit messy, but cleaned up by Lewis Susumia. They get to a kick.
They go high.
Sipley, the man leading the chase. Orangi takes it beautifully, though. Looks to escape from the first one, but there's no getting away from the wall of green. 55 and a half gone. It's the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates leading 22-12. And illegal contact again, and things may fire up a little here.
There's been a couple of breaks in this second half, just upsetting the rhythm of the game a little.
So it's Phoenix Pau who is down. So the upshot, Glenora to kick for touch. Goes over towards the dugouts here at Walker Park. 25 to play. Plenty of time left if they're good enough here, Glenora. And move play early. Really Buchanan. The nice carry somehow held on to that, and then Fapito was smart to wrap the ball up. Had they got the offload away, it may have been on there for Glenora. They'll work back through the middle now via Bernard. Yoka dinks a kick over the top. There's no one back there for Point Chevalier. Bounces up, and Francis Ledger ends up fortuitous to bring that one in. Now the ball comes loose. What's the call? Knock on Point Chev.
Yeah, he bubbled that.
So the twists and turns continue. And right now they're going in favour of the Glenora Bears, but they're not finding points off the end of it. Yet to score in the second half. Rangi standing them up here. Wyatt Rangi shows and goes, but Whapito does a good job. He's been really good defensively today, Sam Whapito. The top try scorer in the Fox last year, showing his ability on the other side of the football today. Centre field with tackles up their sleeve. Tippins brings back to the middle where Coma Sampson will cart the ball forward and get those legs driving. Bodies all over him, but gets to a nice quick play of the ball anyway. Tuare goes back door now to Wyatt Rangi, who shuffles play on. Balls come loose, that looked like a strip. But it's going to be called a knock on. And what have we got here? A knock on each way and advantage Glenora. So it's going to be Glenora with the feed. Ledger's questioning it. So Torre with the feed. They'll come straight out and work through the middle via Bernard. As we approach the hour mark, Glenora looking to get right back into this one. James Taumata in centre field, driving those legs towards the SAS uprights. Ball comes loose, it's a strip. And now we're going to have time off. Let's see what the talk is here, or if further action will be taken. And Sinbin, and it's Dylan Tavita, and I think, without picking up the audio, it looked like it was for back chat. So Dylan Tavita goes for a stint in the bin, and this game gets a little more interesting. 13 to play 12. So Tippins misses out Bernard, goes to Ioka. Utah Ioka, Wyatt Rangi shakes out a one, basketball pass over the top, Glenora in. One-man advantage on the field, and the Bears take immediate advantage. 4 more points on the board for the Glenora Bears. 22-6, kick to come. We take a look here on the replay. It goes brother to brother, Utah Ioka, but it's just this lovely swerve here from Wyatt Rangi. Carries the ball, and then just a nice flick over the top, which was all it needed. Try scorer in the end, I think, is Phoenix Paiu. Struggling to catch the number there in the far corner. But the number that matters is the 16 on the scoreboard, because Glenora Bears are right back in this one, kick to come. Kick is away, so remains Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates leading this one 22 points to 16 over the West Auckland Brick and Block Glenora Bears. But Troy, a one-man advantage coming up for the Bears for the next 9 minutes or so. They're already putting a whole heap of pressure on, a real test coming up here for the Pirates.
Yeah, and they've certainly been able to demonstrate that they can throw the ball around, so the Pirates are going to be under immense pressure as they've got their boy in the bin. It'll be interesting to see what tactics the Point Chevalier team resort to here. Do they go deep, or do they try and snuffle it back with a little short kickoff? No, they go high and deep.
Yeah, they're going to try and chew off every second they can here. Point Chevalier down to 12. So Bernard initially brings it back. Pat Sipley in the tackle. Tuare, well, Had to give himself up, and quickly there, Jordan Tuore. Tippins. Back through the middle they come now via James Taumata. 10 short of halfway. Tippins will kick. It's scrappy. He's looking at a 40-20. It's going to bounce nicely for Point Chevalier in the end. Had the right thought there, Zach Tippins. It was a all-or-nothing kind of play. So Point Chevalier now to pack down this scrum 30 metres out from the line. Keep an eye on other scores from around Auckland as well and look to bring you some updates on those. I can tell you that over at Blockhouse Bay Reserve, Otahu lead 26 points to 24 over the Bay Roskill Vikings. The Mount Albert Lions are making light work of Marist. According to our updates, it's 52-40 over there. And in the second division, the Manurewa Marlins, they lead the Pakuranga Jaguars 34-22. So Beau Courts has assumed the dummy half duties in the absence of Tavita. So in attack, they're playing without a fullback right now. Point Chevalier, a very simplified game plan. As a result, as Sipley charges forward, pops an offload away.
Yep.
And a penalty. Well, they'll love that one, the Pirates. Ledger it is at the bottom of the pile. Now, do you look at the shot at goal here? Because it's a chance to chew off another maybe minute and a half off the clock while you're down to 12 men. Penalty, Point Chevalier. Let's have a look what they decide to do.
And the 2 points give them a little bit of breathing space as well.
It's from 40 metres out, so it's certainly no sure thing. But if you back yourself to at least kick it dead, then that means you get the ball back. But they're going to tap and go. So Sipley.
He's had some big minutes today, as Patrick. Still standing.
Courts.
It's really just both barrels, isn't it?
Levaha Pulu. Listen to the Walker Park crowd getting into it as well. Forget about surviving with 12 men. Point Chevalier are thinking more points. Piwhairangi shuffles play on. Goes to Whaapito. Sam Whaapito! What a classy hit back from a classy team. Point Chevalier go in again. And it is a familiar name in the try-scoring ranks. He's down now with what looks like perhaps some cramp or a hammy. But Sam Whaapito hits back. This is nicely done here from the Point Chevalier Pirates.
And this is off the back of two real strong carries up the centre of the park. And one man down, and then they just shift to the right-hand edge, found enough space there, and gliding across for 4 points. And looks like he twinged his tape leg there, as Corey pointed out. And handy to have, one man down. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, all of the action replays along with the actual gameplay will be up on ARL TV, our YouTube channel, and you can get to all of that information and the rest of the games for the 2020 season through our website. Head down to aucklandleague.co.nz and you'll find the links there through to ARL TV.
So the kick is wide to the left, so 10 points remains the gap. Tippins gets us back underway. Off the back fence, Michael Key. Courts to Sipley. Sipley with a good carry. Ueli up quick. Pulu. Ball comes loose. What's the call? Glenora ball. No strip in there. Loose carry. Paiu assessing his options out wide. Remember, they've still got the numbers advantage here. 13 plays 12. Bernard to Sampson. Tippins off a quick play, the ball, Zach Tippins then pops it to Jordan Toure. The Bears hit back. Nicely done by Glenora. Let's take a look now on the CTAS match replay. And it's Zach Tippins just making the most of a quick play of the ball there. Escapes the initial grasp of Sipley, and then great support play from Jordan Toure, looming back through the middle. And Troy, game on once again with 10 to play.
Yeah, absolutely, and they didn't have to go to the edges to do it. They certainly made that look really sharp through the centre. Nice ball play there. Running straight off the hip, found enough space. And the beautiful thing about this is look how cool it is for the kick up. Just dink that over. Thank you. 2 points.
Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates 26, West Auckland Brick and Block Glenora Bears 22. 4 is the gap, 10 is the time to play. And it looks like a fitting finale to this game is set. Point Chevalier should be back to full complement pretty soon. Just watching over on the sideline there to see if we can catch Dylan Tavita. And yep, he is just re-entering the field now. Now, we can also see Tavita Latu pacing there, and you have to wonder if the Pirates think about getting Tavita on for the champion minutes here. Player of that experience, and yeah, so Tavita Latu back onto the field as well. So Courts gets us back underway with a booming high kick. Bernard into Wyatt Rangi. Rangi fakes it and gets taken straight down by Levaha Pulu. Pulu and Latu, a couple of test stars combining there to tackle. Ueli. Sampson now carting it forward. Good line speed though from the Pirates. They're 40 off their own line here, Glenora. Couple of tackles still up the sleeve. Tippins to Toure. Toure turns back to Riulu Buchanan. Taken down just short of halfway. And penalty, that's what they wanted, the Bears. Working on the ground, the call from Elliott. Tippins will put this one into touch. Biggest set of the game coming up right now. Wyatt Rangi will shuffle it on to Chase Bernard. Watch for the key men in this set. It'll be the likes of Bernard and Sampson who do the grunt work through the middle, but watch for the smarts of Zach Tippins around dummy half. Watch for Jordan Toure as well. Ball comes loose. That's going to be ruled a strip. 2 in the tackle. Right in front of the sticks, but the gap is 4. The Bears wanted another sin bin. That's perhaps pushing your luck a little. Ueli. Glenora shifted down the right, but the Point Chevalier line looking pretty sharp right now. Sampson had the ball ready for an offload, held it instead. They're only about 3 short of the line now. Tippins fakes, goes down the right-hand side instead. Utah Yorker puts a little bit of footwork on, goes very close to the line, Utah. Tippins will kick up over the top, in to claim it, grabs it. What a try! What a try from the Glenora Bears. Kenneth Finauti it is who plucks the ball out of mid-air. Zach Tippins with a masterful kick, and the Glenora Bears will lock this one up. It's 26-all, kick to come.
And we just catch the back part of the SAS Sporting replay there, and there's a lot of excitement going on inside the commentary box here. And here we go. Shifts to the right with a nice little dink across the field. Well weighted. Look at the climb in the air on this one. Pulled it in with the big left-hand mitt. Bang, try, 4 points. And we've got ourselves a ball game. 73 minutes on the clock. Glenora Bears back in.
Boy, there are a few things to like about that little piece of play. The kick from Tippins, which was clever in the first place, nice and accurate. And then in bringing that ball in, Kenneth Finauti, he actually does it one-handed, Odell Beckham Jr. style, and gets the ball down, tiptoeing through that narrow corridor that had been created. So huge kick coming up. Strikes it. It's going to be short. I think it was going to be off target anyway. So all locked up, 26 points apiece between the Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates and the West Auckland Brick and Block Glenora Bears. What a game it has been. Point Chevalier taking their time to get back to halfway. This Bears team, Troy, really with probably 25 to play, looked, although the scoreboard was still pretty close, they looked a little bit down and out, but fought their way back. The one-man advantage. Then conceded a try with the one-man advantage, but now all locked up, and it's anyone's game. A high one from Courts to get us back underway. It's as awkward from Yorker. Hard in the mouth stuff, no doubt, for Coach BJ Hewitt. And watch the Point Chevalier line speed here. It's been impressive all day, and it will go up to another level right now. This is where your senior guys, your Latus, your Pulus, Francis Ledgers, they'll be up in the talk now as Riley Buchanan lurking out on that edge. Will slip at the line there from Michael Key. Pulu doing his best to slow the ball down. Tore is tackled on play 4. That's not ideal. Your chief playmaker now out of the action. So Tippins instead will go short side to Rangi, and Rangi will do a little chip kick over the top and into touch from Taumata. Caught it on the line. Hitachi right there to make the call. So now Point Chevalier back on the ball. There's 4 to play by our count, and the Pirates now get their right of reply.
Certainly tension starting to mount. You can almost feel it around the park as well. And we got, just having a quick look-see, the other side of 4 minutes here. So everyone's striding in to get set for the scrum. Bears are ready to pack down. Point's thinking about it. Still got to get a second rower in there. And here come the Pirates now.
And a reminder, in the result of a drawn game at the end of 80 minutes, it finishes as a draw. The points are shared. There's no golden point in the regular season of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. No extra time. However, both of these two teams have their thoughts on something other than a draw. Probably for Point Chevalier, it will be more valuable than from Glenora. They need to start racking up wins.
And this definitely, everybody's going up tempo now. And you have to wonder if the Pirates are thinking about a field goal.
Latu jumps off a quick play of the ball, goes out to the left. Opori Pokitapu, who would have been a leading field goal contender, you would think. Latu then jumps out. Not played at, still 5. Last coming up now, Piwhairangi. Looping ball over the top into a little bit of space. There's a little half gap on here now. Still Samir, the overlap. Point Chevalier in the corner. What a play. Moses Nilvaa McGreal it is who finishes it. But Lewis Susamir sums it up beautifully. The overlap on the right-hand side, and that may well be the winning play right there in the right-hand corner.
We're coming in on the back end of the SAS Sporting replay here. And all the fine work's been done before it got to this piece. A little bit of work left to do and really just classy finishing. 4 points and on the right-hand edge.
Yeah, it was lovely stuff from Beau Courts initially to get the ball away when it was called still last. And then Api Piwhairangi throws just that gorgeous looping pass. So by our count, we're at 78 minutes and 20 seconds. The clock has stopped. So Kauri Opori Pokitapu it is to attempt the conversion. He's disputing why the time is off. And the message from Elliot there, you're not going to win arguing with me, unfortunately, which is fair. Shout out to the Point Chevalier sponsors as well. Ortex, of course, the principal naming rights sponsor. Waipiti Sports Bar as well, Verdal and Greyland Tavern. And a shout out to my good mate at Waterview Laundromat, Devesh. Point Chevalier, one of the many clubs Devesh supports.
So as we wait for the kick to come, Corey, you have to wonder what the strategy is going to be for the Bears at the kickoff. Are they going to go shallow and try and claw it back? Or are they going deep?
Yeah, I think shallow is paying about $1.01. So Pori Pokitapu with what would be a handy 2 points, and Julie adds them. So Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates, they lead this one now 32 points to 26 over the West Auckland Brick and Block Glenora Bears. So this will be a short restart, you would think. Where's the tall timber hiding? Really Buchanan. He's probably the tallest on the field. He's out here on this left edge along with Caleb Ueli. But it looks like they'll go right. So Zach Tippins instead switches it up. Hasn't gone 10, has not gone 10. And that should be the ball game right there. Penalty Point Chevalier. They will be in no hurry to do anything right now and should kill this game off. So Courts gets us back underway. Inside the final minute by our count, at least. Our clock will not be perfectly in line with that of the match manager, but should be there or thereabouts. Levaha Polu changing direction, looking to finish with a bang here. Perhaps the Pirates flicks the ball out the back. There it is. Oliver Tomavavi. The Point Chevalier Pirates will win this one. What a game it has been. A dramatic finish after we were locked up at 26 points all, but put this try down to the work of Levaha Polu. Look at this for a carry. The change of direction, and then here. Puts the fend on, pops the ball, a la Benji out the back, and Oliver Tomavavi finishes with the athletic one in the corner. 10 points the gap right now as tensions sort of flare up a little bit here at Walker Park. So Upori Pokitapu steps in. It's away. Gap is 10. Can't be long to play now. Just ignore our clock on screen there. Got out of sync a little during the play. Glenora aren't giving up just yet. Tippins. Goes long, siren goes in the background, and that's all she wrote from Walker Park in round 8 of the CTAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Ortex Point Chevalier Pirates win this one 36 points to 26 over the West Auckland Brick and Block Glenora Bears. A short break before we get fieldside for post-match interviews with the two captains. Daniel really Buchanan now joining us. So Daniel, so close there, mate. Where did it fall away at the end?
Oh, that's just been the season. Close but no cigar, eh? But big ups to our boys. Fuck, that's probably the best game that we've played in a while. But yeah, tough 70 minutes, and then probably dropped down in the last 5-10 minutes. It's just unfortunate there.
You had that advantage there where you had the 13 men versus the 12 men. Did you feel like you did enough in that 10-minute period?
First couple of minutes, got to try. But yeah, just dropped it near the end. Could have done something different there. Kept up the pressure. But yeah, backfired, and they got a try on us with a man down, and ups to them.
A few weeks to go now. You continue to sit outside of that top 5. What's the belief like that the playoff dream's still alive?
Well, it's still there. It's not in our hands now. We got to, I guess, hope and pray that a couple teams lose a couple games, and we've got to pile on points against our next 3 opponents.
Daniel, thanks for joining us, and thanks for your classy words and what must be a really tough defeat, and all the best for the next few weeks.
Yeah, cheers, boss. Thank you.
Now joining us, Tavita Latu, the man celebrating 150 games for the Pirates today. Well, first of all, Tavita, congratulations on the milestone. How do you reflect on your time at the Pirates?
It's been roller coaster, just for the last 7 years, hanging around with a old school team and a new school now. So it's a bit different now, but no, it's still good. Still got the culture. So yeah.
And what a way to celebrate a win over an old rival. Made to work for it all the way. It was a heck of a game.
Yeah, it was. We had to fight to the end, but I guess that's what footy's about. Just it's an 80-minute game, not a 40 minutes. So yeah, it was good.
You survived that period with 12 men pretty well. Did you feel like that was probably the turning point there? Once you survived that, was the belief sort of that you could go on with it?
I mean, we train for stuff like that, so it doesn't phase us. I mean, at the end of the day, we're a collective group, so what goes on the field, we stay tight, and off the field, same thing.
Tavita, a number of seasons here at the Pirates, game number 150 today. Plans to play next year, or is this going to be the last one?
I'm done this year, but hey, I wasn't counting. Like, I don't know who was, but yeah, it's been great being at the club, and 150 is a hell of a lot of games if I looked at it, but yeah, not too bad.
Awesome, and we're going to present you with the match ball as well, Tavita. So well done on the personal milestone and another win for the Pirates.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that.
Awesome. All right, that concludes our coverage today. Keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz for details of the next live stream. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again in 7 days' time.